we're setting up a period right now, post bear market, where there's life-changing money is going to be made. This is going to be generational. This is going to be like, it's closing in on a 2000.com type thing. We need more duration in time. We need more downside, but this is not a pullback in a bull market. All right. Where you need a follow through. You get dozens of those. This is the real deal. And it portends to get worse. And if it does, just imagine a spring, like a truck spring, a suspend, and just crushing this thing down. When this thing releases and the Fed gives up, and don't think that the Fed might not go back to quantitative easing. That is not out of the question. And if that happens, whoosh. So anyway, I'll take you. So I'll get you guys on a tangent so far, you'll never get back.
We love it. No, what you're saying reminds me of, something that Justin was talking about in the, post.com bear market, how, if he went in so hard at every follow through day, then you're, losing your capital that way. So even if we do get a follow through today, it seems like don't rush in at every follow through, because it could take a while ultimately for this to play out. And you want to preserve that capital for when those conditions really do meaningfully improve.
When the 2000 bear market bottomed, I just finished, or I moved into this house in like 99, I think. And I remember, I just had at least one child, my first, and I was looking out the back window and I go, if this bear market persists, I had 13 losers in a row. That was the longest string of stop out losers I'd ever had. I said, I'm going to be working at a fast food. I'll be working at Dunkin' Donuts is really what I said. But back then I never said to myself something like, well, testing a follow through day, max risk should be 0.5%. Had I had that, I wouldn't have had the drawdown I had, but I did have a bad drawdown, not too bad, but listen, if I know I'm down 6-7% this year, I think if you're down 30, it's brutal, but we're going to have such a monster opportunity. You could make that back in a couple, and I'm not talking about swing trading. I'm talking about buying legit pivots to hold. You can make that back in a month. It sounds brutal that you're down 20 or 30, but it's totally recoverable. I don't want to ever see you down like that, but it's totally recoverable. There's going to be a string of new names that are going to blow you away when this is over. And the opportunities in America just don't stop. If Bill was talking on this right now, he would say, I don't know, he wouldn't say the golden goose of capitalism, but he'd say capitalism is the greatest system ever in the world. America's a one-way street. Everyone's coming here. I looked it up. 3,000 people a year forsake their US citizenship. We literally have millions of people immigrating legally and tens of millions risking their life sometimes to come to America for the opportunity. Every time you guys get in a cab, I get in a cab, I ask the driver, where are you from? Why'd you come here? 98% say opportunity for my kids. They're not going anywhere else. People aren't going anywhere else. And all these companies that are creating all these jobs and all the employment, they need capital. They're going to go public and we get to buy them. And they're going to have perfect cups and handles. They're going to have all the numbers we're looking for. It's just, will you be there at the end of this bear? Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the bear ended and we're going to have a follow through day and it's going to work. And off we go. We've already had a big enough bear where the opportunity is enormous. I mean, God forbid we get a third leg down into October or late this year. Wow. Look at that right there. Remember the 2020 bear, because of C19, it was like what, 5 or 8 weeks or something, and the Fed came right in and saved it. The damage. We need to shake out these buy the dippers. We need to get the VIX up into really high ground. We need to get the put to call up at 2. Okay, the bear bulls have crossed over. We already have enough bears over bulls. It's just, the duration of that going to go long enough to really create absolute panic? We need a gut-wrenching vomiting up where we have a down leg where people actually do become major net sellers. And in a couple weeks of that, that's it. That'll be the bottom. But we have not seen panic, not even close. We had a little bit, put to call hit what, 1.3? That's garden variety bull market down cycle pullback. This is much bigger than that. We need real vomiting, puking people. We need to lose all these. The average money manager is about 8 years on Wall Street, and the average guy who's in this market is kind of like a sports gambler who was on DraftKings, who got the stimulus check and he went to Robinhood. We got to blow all these guys out. All right, until they're out, I think we're going to struggle. But again, I'm telling the market where it's going to go. If this thing breaks out, I'll get involved.
Yeah.
How about this? Whenever the bottom comes and the leaders emerge all over the place, we'll be there.
We will. That we will. Thank you so much for all of your insights today. The audience absolutely loved what you had to say, and so did we. It was just such a pleasure having you on the show. We want to get your final thoughts.
I'll repeat myself. Unless the golden goose of capitalism is suffocated by socialism, the opportunities to change your life, to go from first class to private jet, are endless. Do not get too negative. If you're on a scale of 1 to 10 and you're at a 1, ratchet it up just one notch. Lean bullish prudently. This is going to pass. I mean, I'm looking at a chart. It's 100 years of calamities. And look at that line, straight up over time. This is going to pass. The opportunities are not going away. Follow me at growthstockmentor.com. I'm pimping myself out. 2 weeks free. And, in this period, well, first of all, I'm not sure volume is going to persist because it's a Friday in the summer. So if volume trails off, although the market is ripping, I had like a ton of alerts go off. If this follow through day does fail, if we get it, recharge, read Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, look at the O'Neill wall charts, which I get a lot of my stats from. And if you're nervous because you've lost a lot of money, chill. Look at what you did wrong, why you got in the position you're in, and be ready for the next major bull market. It's coming, and fortunes are going to be made, just as they have been since the United States started 200 years ago.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching Investors Business Daily on YouTube. If you want to watch more videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.